equivalence fallacy and the begging the question fallacy, even the third one, affirming the consequence fallacy as well. Ladies and gentlemen, these fallacies have no place in a discussion / debate. Okay, and the fact is, you don't know what's up there in the stars. The universe you haven't
Yeah, but
confirmed
Jen,
to exist. I'm still talking. I let you speak. You've got to not do that. This is when Jem comes in and starts telling you off. So, like, you're trying to speak of a universe that you haven't confirmed to exist. That's a fallacy in itself. And as for you measuring the globe, you haven't done that. Otherwise, I wouldn't be talking. You would have been able to offer up proof that your
all right,
globe does exist. I'm still
Can we
not
try to have
finished
a
yet. I
conversation?
haven't finished yet. I haven't finished yet. Just wait and take the lashing that you deserve from a flat
No,
earth.
because
Take it.
here's the thing: is like
You're interrupting. I haven't
conversations
even
don't
finished.
All
occur.
right,
I
just
haven't
let
finished
him
what I'm
finish,
saying.
Branch.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Hurry
Now,
up, Jim.
so, yeah, I'm going to hurry up. I'm going to hurry up very slowly. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. The point is, this man hasn't offered up any proof, but he's committing a lot of fallacies that will not fly here. I'll let you carry on for now.
Can you explain the difference between a begging the question fallacy and an affirming the consequent fallacy?
Yeah, a begging the question fallacy is when somebody makes a statement, ladies and gentlemen, that begs the question. The man is saying something that you must have to ask a question for it because it's not logic. It's an assumption basically, and we need to, that's why it's called begging the question. Affirming the consequence fallacy, as I understand it, is that a guy is trying to explain something and he's offering up explanations that affirm his position without evidence. This is what's called affirming the consequence fallacy. So he's giving us information that is not actually proving his fact, but
It's
saying
so
it's true.
sweet. It's so sweet. Does it bother you at all? Does it bother you at all that you are completely incorrect on both of those?
No, not at all. That's what
Of course
it
it
means.
wouldn't. I didn't think it would. Okay. You
No,
continue to be
absolutely
completely
not.
incorrect. And remember, just remember though, remember these words when you lay your head on the pillow tonight, that every time you mention one of those fallacies, the world knows you're an idiot. Every time.
No, I know what I'm talking
Yeah.
about.
No, you don't. You're
Yes,
wrong.
I do.
You could just
I'm not
Google.
wrong at
Look,
all, ladies and gentlemen.
look, yeah, no, you are wrong. Completely and utterly wrong on both counts. Both of them, you weren't even close to what those fallacies actually are. Not even close. You were completely incorrect. Now, the problem is, this is where we will establish that you are an egotistical twat. Because now you know that you're wrong. Now at least you've heard me tell you that you're wrong. Any reasonable person, the first thing that they would do, or at least a thing that they would do imminently, is go and check to see if they're right, to see what those fallacies actually mean, so they can come back here and say, ha, that's exactly what I said. But you're not going to do that. What you are going to do, as you wallow in your ignorance, is just insist that you're right. You haven't studied philosophy. You haven't studied fallacies. You've just picked bits up from Quantum Eraser as you've gone along. You don't really, you haven't spent any time on this, but you will continue to insist that you are right, even though you are completely incorrect.
Jin, quick question, bro. Did Flat Earth Flat Earth give you a fucking ego?
Right. So ignore his idiotic fucking question. I just wanted to make that point to you.
Yeah, I don't have an ego as such, and I try to leave the ego behind because when we're talking about the flat Earth, I'm bringing 62 years of existence on the Earth, and I haven't experienced this ball Earth that I learned from my elementary school age of the age of 8 years old. I haven't experienced that. So no, that's what brings it in: the experience, the facts.
You see, Branch, how you gave him an excuse to ignore every single thing I said. You see how you did that, cunt?
We are the champions.
Right. Okay, well, it's so funny. I'll just say it all again. So, I'm telling you that you are incorrect about these things. And any reasonable person would at least go and check to see if they are correct, so that you can come back here and rub my nose in it and show me that I'm wrong. But You aren't going to do that. Even though you know you haven't spent any time on this, even though you haven't really studied this subject, you've just picked bits up of Quantum Eraser and Nathan Oakley as you've gone along. You haven't really understood what these terms mean. And even though you know that that's your position, that you don't really know what you're talking about, you will continue to pretend that you do. You will continue to insist that you're right, even in the face of people telling you that you're incorrect. And that is why you're a flat earther, and you always will be, because you don't care about what's true. You care about pretending that you're clever.
What I'm doing for everything that I've stated, you can go and check for yourself and find out that I am correct in what I say. That's why they get triggered. Remember, the lack of
That's a lie. You haven't gone and you go and check. Go and check. Go and look up the begging the question fallacy and see if it says anything like the bullshit nonsense that you came out with. So don't say, oh, you can just go and check and see I'm correct. That's a lie. You're lying. You can't do that. You're lying when you say that, because you can't. You can't go and check and see that you're correct. You can go and check and see that you're incorrect. You're lying when you say that. Stop lying.
check, you will go and check and you will see that what I'm saying is correct.
Stop lying. That's a lie. You're lying. That's not true, Jin. Show us that. Show that that's true. You go and check and paste something that shows that you're correct.
I am not on trial, Jem, unfortunately for you.
You are.
I never
You
will
are.
be.
You are. You use those terms and you don't know what either of them mean. Not only do you not know what they mean, you haven't got a fucking clue. You're just so far off the mark, it's not true. It's unbelievable.
False equivalence fallacy. Trying to align
Oh, I see. So you're going to prove that your bullshit explanations for two fallacies with another bullshit explanation for a different fallacy. Is that how we're doing it now?
This is what he done. He committed those crimes. He committed
you don't know what those words
fallacy,
mean, you
begging
idiot.
the question fallacy, and a
But okay, Jim. But don't you think you know, and I know, we both know that you haven't spent a lot of time studying fallacies and what they actually mean. So don't you think, in the face of me telling you that you're completely fucking wrong, you should at least, and in the face of your lying claim that anyone can go and check and see that you're right, don't you think that you should be the first person to go and check and see if you're right? Do you think you should, Jin?
No, not at all, because I know I'm not wrong, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, because you're just right? You were born with an inherent knowledge of fallacies, right?
Excuse me, I'm trying to explain. My sources for my knowledge on these fallacies are from Spock from Star Trek. There's an animated version. The animated version of Spock, there's a whole list of fallacies that Spock explains beautifully. Okay? That's where I get my source from. Not Quantum Eraser, not Nathan Oakley. There you go.
What?
Do you see what I mean, ladies and gentlemen? If you look up Star Trek,
you will still be wrong. If anybody looks it up, you will still be incorrect. You are incorrect. Both of your explanations were completely incorrect. They weren't slightly right. They weren't a different view on it that some people hold. They were wrong in every way.
Ladies and gentlemen, not only do I come out clean in the wash, ladies and gentlemen, I come up smelling like roses on top of that, because he accused me of not doing any study, and yet I'm giving you a link to where I'm studying the fallacies. Okay. So please shut up, Jem, and give me the proof for your class. Thank you.
Okay, so what does a begging the question fallacy mean again, Jin?
I've already explained that. I'm not going to repeat
myself. You said it means when you say something that hasn't been proven, is what the idiotic fucking nonsense that you came out with. This is what it actually means. The fallacy of begging the question occurs when an argument's premise, listen carefully, don't just go with the next word because there's a whole sentence after it. When an argument's premises assume the truth of the conclusion instead of supporting it. In other words, you assume without proof the stand position or a significant part of the stand that is in the question. Begging the question is also called arguing in a circle. That's what begging the question means. It does not mean claiming something that hasn't been proven, you idiot.
That's exactly what I said, ladies and gentlemen. That's exactly what I said. But I said it in a short...
All right, you said the argument's premises assume the truth of the conclusion, did you? Exactly what you said, was it? No, it wasn't.
I said it with less words. Less words.
You think it means claiming something that hasn't been proven, don't you?
Which begs the question, ladies and gentlemen.
There you go, you see. It doesn't mean that, you fucking idiot. These words I just read out don't mean claiming something that hasn't been proven. They don't mean that, you fucking moron.
That question, and that's what you're doing.
Oh, dear, Jen.
The situation begs the question.
Carry
on. Give in, man. Give in, because you're not gonna win.
Just notice.
Of course not, because you are ignorant, and what's more, not just ignorant, but absolutely determined to stay ignorant. That's the problem.
And invincible, ladies and gentlemen.
And boorish.
Invincible.
Oh yeah, because you're like I say, you're thick, and you want people to see how thick you are, and you think a display of your thickness is you being invincible. It's not. It's just you being thick. Just you being wrong. Just you being wrong. Not being able to comprehend your native language to understand that you're wrong.